Hello and welcome to ET Markets Investors Guide. And today we will be talking about the dramatic jump in the Indian rupee. In the middle of a pandemic, the rupee has managed to move past the 73 mark and hit a 6-month high against the US dollar. And that's not it, analysts are expecting it to rise further. But what's behind this swift movement in the domestic currency? And why isn't the RBI interfering to rein in the rupee this time around? We find out this and more in our interaction with Abhishek Goenka, founder and CEO of IFA Global.
So if you see overall, globally the US dollar has been weakening for some time now because of extremely dovish forward guidance of the Federal Reserve. The Fed has embraced average inflation targeting, and the Fed chair has reiterated that they are not even thinking of hiking rates at this point. So US real rates are therefore at record lows, and therefore the USD is under pressure. In India, the story is slightly different. In the backdrop of weak global US dollar, the RBI has been absorbing all the flows and accumulating reserves like we saw in the last few months. But this has been keeping a floor for the US dollar at around 74.5. That's the level the RBI has predicted for a pretty long time. And that's one reason why rupee was underperforming as compared to its peers in real terms, relative terms. However, the RBI, in the quench of the discomfort that was developing in the bond markets, has announced a lot of OMO twists and liquidity infusion through term repos. It has also increased amount of bonds banks can hold in the held to maturity category. So no mark to market needs to be done. All this could increase inflationary concerns, and since doing this was the need of the hour, in the bond market's view, the RBI took the floor of the USD INR, let it go strong, and at least control the imported inflation, which was one of the tools in the hand of RBI, because it is very difficult to control the impossible trinity, which is always a trick to hold in the current markets. So broadly, I think rupee has been strong, mainly to control inflation. But sooner or later, as things improve, I think the broad depreciation trend of the rupee might happen going forward. So till the time the US dollar has been weakening globally, I think the rupee would not weaken a lot. I mean, it could weaken towards level of 74, half 75. But broadly, I think it's going to be range bound with carry trades being on and sell on rally to be the strategy. Having said that, the market is currently pricing in extreme dovishness from the Fed. So maybe the dollar depreciates by another 3, 4, 5%, or maybe 6, 7%, make people a little panic. But we might see some good correction in the US dollar. But as of now, I think the dollar is getting sold off with every correction. So you got to be staying in that trend. So the positioning also currently in the international market is skewed towards the US dollar weakness, and therefore we should be careful before going long the dollar before you get strong signals. Now, the US dollar versus the INR is going to broadly track the trend of the US dollar. So till the time we do not see the trend changing, and we do not see some major development happening in Indian markets, maybe it could be in the bond markets or it could be in terms of debt outflows or something, we do not feel that we're going to see significant weakening in the dollar as of now. The walls, which has also come down a lot, is likely to be contained. So I don't think that theoretically what you're saying is right. Yes, rupee if the rupee gets stronger, exports get hit. But I don't think it's a universal thing across all sectors. Yes, there are certain sectors like textiles, garments, typically at 2-3% appreciation definitely impacts, and since they employ a lot of people, that's one of the concerning factor for the government. But time and again, we have seen globally that it's not only a depreciation of any currency which increases your exports. You look at Germany, look at China. They have been able to get an export status in the global world not only because they've kept their currencies weak. In fact, there has been times when their currencies have been very strong. I mean, in case of China, but despite that, they have been exporting to the rest of the world. So yes, to an extent, some of these sectors would get impacted. Having said that, we need to look at the relative performance of the rupee, and RBI have been aggressively intervening just to make sure that rupee does not appreciate. Another thought is what we have to also look at is we are holding $500 billion worth of reserves, and a stronger rupee does not make any money for us if we are letting rupee to appreciate. So rupee had been underperforming its peers when RBI was intervening in the market. Now it is just aligned with other Asian peers. If you look at other Asian peers like yuan, Philippine peso, they've also appreciated in a similar extent, so it's fine. But I would still say that holding on to rupee just to promote exports would be a great strategy in the long run. So on the short term, since 74.5 has been broken, it's become a significant support for the rupee. So I guess that's some level which the market could be looking at selling whenever the market sees those levels, because people who have getting their feeling of left out, especially the exporter community, would come and sell dollars at any rise. And we believe the kind of reserves now the RBI has built up, I don't think we're going to see a steep depreciation, because they're going to come in the market and start selling dollars, and they're pretty comfortable right now. The volatility in the rupee is going to come down, and in fact, the forward premiums have gone up in the 1 year to 5 year bucket. So I think those are good opportunities for people to go and cover their exposures there. People who have missed out the spot market movement. So I think rupee broadly would not be as bad, because your current account is fine. Your fiscal is definitely a problem, but your flows are huge in equity markets, and broadly you have good reserves. So you're going to see some weakness, but not something where we're going to see a rundown like we saw in 2013 or probably 2018 until 2008. I mean, until we see some kind of a downgrade or something like that happening, which as of now is not much on the radar. So one biggest downside risk for the dollar, and why rupee could possibly appreciate significantly, which people possibly are not watching, is the bond index inclusion for Indian bonds. Now, the government have been working and possibly a lot of factors, a lot of changes which has happened recently, actually supporting the cause of including India's bonds into the global bond index. If that happens, close to $30-40 billion can flow in. If that actually shapes in reality, we could see a significant pressure in the US dollar against the rupee, and rupee could probably get stronger. That is one thing which people should take note of. Apart from that, we are seeing a significant money outflows from the debt market. Now, if you get comfort, as I said, because of the bond inclusion, the debt money keeps coming in, then possibly that could be one point one needs to notice and keep in mind that happens, then rupee could possibly get strong. And something which could go against the rupee is, of course, as I mentioned, the rating point, because the fiscal deficit has been increasing. Government is borrowing and have to borrow left, right, and center to make sure they are able to kick off growth. And I feel they have taken that onus now, that the kind of growth contraction that we have seen in India, possibly if we are going to see a 7-8% real growth contraction, and government borrows more and more, and if they're not able to kick off the economy as the market is expecting, and we are not able to collect the kind of taxes that the market is expecting, then possibly we could see a fiscal slippage more than what market is expecting, and then there could be a downgrade, and that could be a little catastrophic for the rupee. So these are two factors which one needs to keep a close watch. Any of these two factors playing, then we're going to see a significant increase in the volatility in the dollar rupee. And I think how traders should typically play it is they should typically look at options as an important component in their risk management policy. And in case we see any such kind of a move, they should hedge it through options, along with forwards and futures, what they typically use in their portfolio. Because if we see an 8-10% kind of a movement, then options is going to give them a good support in their entire hedge book or trade book or whatever they're running.
Well, thank you, Abhishek, for joining us. That was very insightful. Dear viewers, that's it from our side in this video. Goodbye.